No.
So,
Sir, there's no, it's angels. Oh yeah.
surface and angels in the beach.
There's surfers and then the manger and angels. The servers are talking to the angel. And there are many stars.
So, I'm going to leave the talk. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. Amen.
And this the talk is about sincerity. It's going to be very short. I don't know why I'm like very nervous.
It's
just
your friend.
No,
Am I
I
too far away?
no, and the other day I gave one, and in Spanish I gave a lot, but I don't know. Today I'm nervous. So, first of all, I was thinking that one characteristic that Jesus always said, one characteristic. Start again. One characteristic that Jesus had was that he always was speaking about the truth, and it's very evident that in the gospel his admiration about it, no, about the truth. For example, when he speaks to Nathanael, when he describes his mission, when he casts out demons, and for example, Jesus saw Nathanael coming to him and said of him, "Behold, an Israel indeed, in whom is no guile." So, and Jesus loves the truth, and that is his life, no? And now, the work, like after Jesus, the work of the church is to spread to all Christians and to all men the impulse towards truth. And I was thinking that nowadays, like, there are like for all the people, there are like many truths, and everything is possible, and we can do everything, and this is the relativism, and everything like where everything is possible, and anything goes, and that's the I think like now this is a big problem in the society. We already know what is relativism, so I'm not going to take more time with it. But I was thinking some question that with that, like, what is the truth that I believe in? No, because there is only like I saw one sentence that I liked a lot. Like, there is only one race on earth, and that is the race of God's eyes. No, and knowing this, I can make my truth integrate. No, so what is the truth that I believe in? And then so the first thing is to start with this. No, was to think about what I believe to be the truth, and then how do I believe according to that. No, well, if I like how do I believe according with that in every, well, like with all the people, no, in my house, in with my family, with my friends, in the work, in the university, no. Well, if I live with unity of life, not to that what I think, no, if I act according to my beliefs, and it can happen that with some moments or some question, I have doubts or something, and it's good like sometimes to search in the catechism of the church, because like everything there is like explicitly like there, yes, they wrote about everything. So there's like, if we have question, the best thing is to go there. Also, or how to do things, and like question related with the faith, no? And the second thing that I was thinking is to act with freedom, no? Because it's supposed that we exercise each of the virtues with our conscience, because God has made us free and allows us to choose whatever each one of us wants, no? but with a clear conscience, no, according to what God has created and has led me, no, and the truth with a capital, like act with freedom, but with the truth, according with the truth with a capital letter, no, being friends of the truth and act according to that. And then, yeah, I didn't know how to separate, like how to make like these together, but another another 3 points that I was thinking about sincerity is like more concrete. Like first of all, I was thinking what like what is sincerity? No, it consists in being truthful in one's actions and in speaking the truth in one's word, no? Avoiding duplicity, simulation, and hypocrisy. And then, first of all, I was thinking like sincerity with God, because dealing with God in prayer allows us to discover the truth, no, about ourselves and about the world. And this is what gives, at the end, this is what gives peace. No, go to prayer and leave everything in God's hands, and with simplicity. For this is what, because this is what is it. This is what I am, and this is what I have. No, and he's going to take everything to his hands, and that is the root, like knowing that and doing that is the root to start growing and to do everything, no? And we can abandon ourselves in him, no, because he's the one that he knows everything, and he knows everything, but he wants us to tell him, no? And then second thing is to be honest with oneself, no, because we all have miseries and faults and things that we don't want to see, or we don't want to talk about, or this is like, I'm not going to tell this to anyone, but all of these miseries should never keep us away from God's love, no? Because lead us to welcome and draw closer to him, no? We should not turn about away from God because we discover our weaknesses, but we should go after them, not precisely because God trusts me. And I was thinking sincerity to see things clearly, no, as they are, without trying to cover them up somewhere, no. Everything we do well, very good, but without like being in the reality, without exalting ourselves, and everything we do wrong or we can do it better without like not to try, without trying to hide what we carry inside, no? Because everyone is we are all humans, and we are all have things that we need to improve, no? Well, and the main thing is that we want to be saints, and for this what we need is to have a clear mentality, no, and clear everything, no, and all of this will lead me to be sincere in like first sincerity with God and then with myself. Um, um, will lead me to be sincere in confession or in spiritual direction, no? Also with simplicity, because the person who listens to us, like either the priest or the person that give my spiritual direction, they just want to help us to go to heaven, no? And guide us to holiness. And many times it can happen to us that, well, yes, to everyone, that we are a bit ashamed of some things that we don't want to tell or anything, or yes, everyone has whatever, but the main point here is I was thinking humility, no, a lot of humility to be able to talk, and knowing that behind that person, like the priest or whatever, uh, everything that I talk, everything is I'm seeing God behind that, no. The first thing, like, yeah, so like it helps to say the things that I'm most ashamed to tell them the first, no, and then just relax, because they are not going to use us or think whatever. They just want to help us, no, and to go to heaven. So for that, we can is we can make a good examination of conscience, no? Every time that I'm going to for the confession or for the talk or something, no? Prepare it before it happens with God, no? Maybe just take, it can be like 2-3 minutes to prepare, but to do it, to go in deep, not reacting down to the depths of the hurt and go deeply, not to the hurt. Maybe it helps to follow sometimes the 10 Commandments one by one, stop to see how we act this week, for example. mm, yes, like it, or we can write a guide to talk or like that help us or whatever, no? But thinking every time I go there, like what I have in my soul, no, that to do it with simplicity, no, because and the other person also has things that like the other person is also a human, so they are not like they are not going to use anything. And then for example, that there are some topics that they are more difficult to talk about, but they also happen to the other person. Like for example, I was thinking the issue of purity, to be more careful and go before I go there to talk, think about that deeply, like what happened and like I don't know these things, and because that's the only way to that they can help us, no, by telling it like it is and letting ourselves be known so that they can help us things, they can tell us things, no, and they are going to tell us things like what they think and what can we improve or something, and we can also accept with them with joy, and in the spiritual direction does not diminish personal responsibilities um, or take the place of making decision, but because the things that they tell us, we can accept advice presuppose taking our personal responsibility for own decision, no? That we can like the things that they advise us or something, we can do it our personal decision, not just to improve and to be holiness, and ask the Lord ask the Lord for the strength to do it, to give us His grace so that we can overcome. No? And once I read a sentence that it helped me a lot in my life. It was I had no strength because I didn't ask for it. No, so sometimes it's like we are trying to do things and we can like I'm trying to do this and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So it doesn't work because we are trying to do it alone, no? So it's like we can try to do it with God, no? So ask to ask our Lord for the strength to do it, no? Do it with Him, because He's, of course, He's waiting for us to ask and He's going to help us. So ask for it. And so just to finish, like how is some question that how is my sincerity going, with my first with myself and with God and in the confession, because all this is really helps to us to know ourselves better in order to be saints, which is the main goal we want. And then sincerity with others. May our life be like may our life be a reflection of our love for God, because we must live according to the truth, as I said at the beginning, in order to bear witness to our faith at every moment, unity of life, also according to what I think. And is my life a reflection of my faith? Like what I said at the beginning, unity of life, like how do I live when I with others or when I with people, is my life a reflection of my faith? And that's it. Quitos, que no. No. Our no Holy Mary, no Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. Blessed are the woman, blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. Amen.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was
That's the
good.
the last notes.
That's good.
Yes,
You
you can.
shouldn't be nervous.
Bye.
Who was there?
No, I don't know.